What's the deal, people? It's your boy Jay. Give it to me. I'm gonna stop doing that. Y'all probably think I'm crazy. Anyway, hey, we're gonna jump into a reaction. We got Poetic Flacco talking about Charleston, old Dusty, but hey, I ain't watched it. We're gonna get into it together. Like, share, subscribe. Original link to the video down in the description. If you want to watch it with that man. But what would you do that for? When you can watch it with me, baby. And y'all remember we always in this thing together, so let's run it up and get these numbers up, all right? Other than that, I ain't even gonna hold you. Housekeeping is done. Let's jump right into it. I'll see you on the other side.
The Charleston White and Carmelo Anthony daddy beef was already bad enough. It was one thing when Charleston White went crazy on them publicly, alluded to them stealing money, when he posted like the Carmelo Anthony watermelon felon shirts. That was bad enough. But Charleston White just took it to a level that I think is disgusting, and I can't support it. Even though I like Charleston White, nah, you don't do this, bruh. There's no way I think anybody should support what Charleston White just did. Now, if you guys aren't caught up, we learned that Charleston White and Carmelo Anthony daddy was beefing after Charleston White posted this video a couple of days ago.
I was starting to feel like I was being used for my influence and my connections and resources. When I tell you we raised over $1 million one day, privately, quietly. They wanted to start another GoFundMe. I said, no, I'm not doing the GoFundMe. They wanted to know, after we pay for the pill, will the money go to them? No. The extra money don't go back to you. It goes back to the people who gave it. It don't go to nothing else. The money is for the pill. So, going forward, I am no longer walking with nor associated or helping Carmelo Anthony. His daddy in the way.
Honestly, I see it like this. If them people having to move, can't work, and the stuff is raised, the money is raised in the name of their son, if they got enough for the appeal and people send money, that people know how much appeal is going. If you had any kind of running tally about how much was raised and all that stuff and people kept donating, then it's for that family. Period, point blank. The boy need other stuff and they need stuff. They ain't like they can just have no regular job. We know how these people get down out here, especially when they call themselves mad. We know how unfair these folks is. The reason why we're doing the appeal in the first daggone place. I think this buster right here, damn near 50-year-old man or however old he is, walking around here with this damn shiesty on his head like these damn kids, looking like a damn fool in the middle of the summer with all this mess. Nigga, you ain't Michael Jackson. What you masked up for? Don't nobody care nothing about you. Ain't nobody walking up to you in the street begging you for no autographs and all the kinds of mess. At the most, they probably say, what's up to your ugly butt and keep on walking. My bad, it's 3 minutes. Yeah, they probably look at your ugly ass and be like, what's happening with your ugly ass and keep on moving. Unless the folks you done pissed off on you. But hell, everybody know who you is. So why is you walking around looking like that? I believe you just jealous that man cause raised that kind of money. It ain't had nothing to do with your influence. You may have put some wheels in motion, but they are serious about this cause of Carmelo Anthony getting some real justice. And you just didn't want to see that man with no real money. That's all that was. Probably more money than your punk butt got. Dude, you trash, bro. Dude, you was a clown, bro. You was a straight clown. I don't see how anybody fool with you. Can't nobody tell me nothing you say is worth a darn thing, because even if you say something deep, you don't live that life. You ain't about that life, bro. You are trash, bro. Golly. Why is you still here? You right there next to Trump in my book. That's on everything.
I don't like weak. I hate weak men. I'd rather stand with a strong daddy like that meth cap man than his black weak father trying to play victim.
Nigga, you weak.
Now, your son's still living. Hug him, send him some books to read. I got the money, let's start to work on the pill. Anything else don't make sense. What's wrong with you? So,
I even turned a blind eye when Charleston White dropped the 35 years watermelon felon shirts. I just thought, you know what? Charleston White got some issues with the daddy. He's taking it out on the daddy, so he's using the son to get back at the daddy. I didn't even look into it too much. Now, this is a little bit of tap dance, and this is bootlicking at its finest, but we turned a blind eye because, Charleston White got a personal issue with the daddy. We even turned a blind eye when Charleston White leaked messages that he sent to the daddy that a lot of people thought was already appalling enough. We even turned a blind eye to Charleston White texting this man daddy, promising Carmelo Anthony daddy that he's gonna make sure Carmelo Anthony catches hell in prison. Why would you take out your personal beef with his daddy on the son? Why would you want Carmelo Anthony to catch hell, have a tough time, or get touched and harmed in prison because you got a personal issue with the daddy? It didn't make sense. But we turned a blind eye to this because it was treated as this is just a personal beef with Charleston White and Carmelo Anthony daddy. But today, I can't turn a blind eye to what I just found out Charleston White did. As much as I like Charleston White, right is right and wrong is wrong, I can't look over this, man. This is just wrong. This is disgusting. This makes my stomach turn. This is not okay, bruh. So after months of Charleston White ingratiating himself into the lives of Carmelo Anthony family, after working with Carmelo Anthony family, after learning a lot about the family and the case, we found out today Charleston White took that information that he gained from Carmelo Anthony's family, took it over to the biggest Uncle Tom sellout bootlicker on the internet, a literal vehicle for white supremacy, Officer Tatum. Charleston White took all the information he learned about the family and took it over to the blackface for white supremacist online and gave him all the information. You can't do this, bro. This is not cool. You got a personal issue with the family? Okay. Taking information you gain from being close to the family and taking it over to the blackface or white supremacy, taking it over to somebody who has utilized his platform to make sure black folks stay down, somebody who has made excuses for white supremacy since they've been on this internet. You took information to this guy? You got in bed with this guy?
Charleston, he called me on the phone. So I'm going to give him a break here. I still got a report on it, but he called me on the phone. He told me some damning things about the Carmelo Anthony's family. Now, I'm not going to say what he told me on the phone. I'm going to let him say his own stuff.
Charleston White has played into the Uncle Ruckus character before. He wore like the Confederate flag. He did a lot to make you think, okay, he probably don't rock with black people, but you still had hope. This to me took away all hope. Like, yo, you call up Brandon Tatum to gossip about private information you gained from the family of Carmelo Anthony. It's crazy. Because they're not taking this information to have good faith discussions. They're taking this information to be the vehicle for white supremacy. They're taking this information to simply use this. Again, it's not even about the Carmelo Anthony situation. As you're about to hear a little later in this video, they're going to use this Carmelo Anthony situation to literally make sure they undermine black folks in all aspects. And this dude is the #1 offender of this. You're going to hear Nick Fuentes speak a little later in this video. And even from Nick Fuentes' perspective on his Carmelo Anthony situation, he brings up things like Emmett Till, and you begin to understand what the play is. You begin to understand how they're going to utilize this Carmelo Anthony situation to undermine black folks in all aspects of society. And Charleston White getting in bed with people like Brandon Tatum, to me, is just, this is just treason. This is something, it's unforgivable in my opinion. This is bad.
They should have did it, but they wanted to be about race so they can raise money and play the victim, because that victim stuff don't work on people no more. It's not 2020. There's no George Floyd in no more. That we done already caught onto that grift. They should have made that boy take the stand and had him cry and do whatever he need to do on that stand to humanize him. But these people, in my opinion, are looking for get-rich-quick coming-uppins. They want to come up off of that boy's death. His own family, in my personal opinion, was, and I think they were misguided. But these other fools that be joining in and want to be social justice warriors.
So what the white folk do? The boy wasn't even zipped up in the damn Corner's bad good. Nigga body wasn't even cold yet, and his dad had to go fund me up. You know how long it'll take to set up a GoFundMe the correct way with a bio and all that stuff? At least 20 to 30 minutes. So how you just find out your son dead and you got to go find me or tell me my son was just killed. And his mama had one. Get the hell out of here, bro. Get out of here. It don't cost that much. I mean, you talking about 700,000 for his, and I think 100-something thousand for her. It don't cost that much to bury nobody. And I ain't never know nobody who go do prosecution when the state that they didn't have to pay for no court or no lawyers to prosecute that boy. You just got a problem with your own people. You a sad soul. Your mama should have swallowed you for real. Your daddy should have pulled out. Should have put you in a sock, dropped you in the toilet. Because they made a horrible, sorry, trash ass boy. You ain't no damn better than damn Charleston White punk ass, man. That dude, boy. I hope I don't ever see that, man. Because ain't no, man, please. Man, please.
See what I mean when I say this is not even about Carmelo Anthony. This is just their eagerness to use this situation to undermine and erase all progress that we have made over the last couple of years, right? Now, this Uncle Ruck is using this to say, well, you see, listen, man, these people who are LARPing for Carmelo Anthony, well, they did it for the George Floyd. The George Floyd thing was a grift. Huh? How was George Floyd a grift? How was George Floyd the race card? George Floyd was murdered by a cop. He was murdered. Like, we watched George Floyd get murdered on camera. But because of Charleston White, giving these people this ammunition, going to the family, gathering secret details, gathering intel, and then coming and giving the intel to white supremacists, now they can utilize the info that Charleston White gave them to undermine the progress that we have made over the last couple of years. And I think that's wrong, right? And it's more wrong because I don't even think Charleston White gave the family that much help. Like, Charleston White would claim that he raised $1 million for the family in a day. Where is the $1 million? The family hasn't seen it. Now, Hassan Campbell will go off on Charleston White because Hassan Campbell, like, would also accuse Charleston White of lying about the amount of help he gave the family. It felt like this was the plan from the very start from my perspective. It felt like Charleston White got in bed with these people to grab intel knowing he was going to turn on them, because this just don't make sense to me, bruh. Having issues with the family is one thing. Going to these people, it's another, bro.
What did I tell y'all? What did I tell y'all? You know, it's funny because I be so on point. I told y'all that man is not giving up no $75,000. He ain't even got $75,000. But he's sitting up there playing with Carmelo Anthony family like that. What did I tell y'all? Did I not just tell y'all yesterday in the video that he's full of it? The man is a government plant, and he's going to use every situation that he can to turn the situation upside down and go viral. That boy got his back against the wall. That young boy went up under that tent and had four white boys ready to put him in a Boston Crab. They was ready to put him in a dope fiend, finger four, leg lock, all that, every wrestling move you can think of. But scratch that. It is what it is. He stood his ground. Oh, you mean to tell me they got a law that you can stand your ground that protects you when you're protecting yourself? But that law didn't work for that young black man, but scratch that. When are we going to cancel Charleston White? Are you not entertained, or are we here?
I love Charleston White, so I'm not going to go for let's cancel Charleston White because
Flacco, don't be no sucker, man. You don't get no worse than that. You just said that you can't come back from it. Come on, bro. He need to be more than canceled. It's over for him. I mean, any average Joe on the streets should be gunning for him at this point. I mean, golly, this is crazy. I mean, I ain't advocating for no violence, but we got to stop putting money in that man's pocket, man. We got to stop paying attention to him. And Flacco, what you just said looks dumb in that face I just paused you on. Come on, man. This why I'm team 5150. Push up in the dude. we go. We get it. We get it the real that way. Come on, man. You tiptoeing. You straddling the fence, bro. You straddling the fence.
I don't agree with that. But I do feel, Un gotta get held responsible, man. Un gotta be held accountable for some of the things he do. Like, I understand doing things in frustration, doing things in anger, but you don't go this far, bruh. You don't get in bed with these people, man. You just don't. It's not okay. Yo, Charleston White makes his money in black culture. Like, Charleston White got famous by black culture. Black culture made Charleston White a millionaire. I think Charleston White owes black culture at least some loyalty, some respect. I think Charleston White owes us something. He don't owe us going over to white supremacists and black faces of a white supremacy and giving them information and arming them with things they could like dismantle us with. That's not cool, man. Now, even when you hear Nick Fuentes speak on this Carmelo Anthony situation, pay attention to what he's saying. Just pay attention to what he's saying and really hold on to every word.
This is supposed to be a human being thing. Where's all the condemnation from the other black people? Did black people condemn this vicious act of human evil against another human? No. They raised $800,000 to defend the murderer from accountability. Not only did the black community rally in his defense, saying free him and raising money for his legal defense, they also protested outside the courthouse, demanding that he be let go even today, saying he was provoked, he was acting in self-defense. So is it a human being thing? Is it ever? Was it a human being thing when it was George Floyd, Mike Brown, Trayvon Martin, O.J. Simpson? Was it a human being thing when it was Emmett Till threatening to that white girl?
I told y'all, this is why you don't concede an inch. They're not using this Carmelo Anthony situation to spew rhetoric like, oh, black folks, bruh, they're savages. They can't live among white folks. Nah, bruh, they got no sense of humanity. Again, this is just generic white supremacist talking points they've been regurgitating. They're not using this Carmelo Anthony situation to reinforce the regurgitated talking points. They're not using Carmelo Anthony to say George Floyd was justified, Trayvon Martin was justified, and oh, by the way, Emmett Till was justified. This man just used Carmelo Anthony to say that Emmett Till actually caused his death, that Emmett Till was the perpetrator and the white woman was the victim. Emmett Till. This man somehow sees the humanity and the tragicness and the sorrow in Austin Metcalf being stabbed to death after pushing Carmelo Anthony, but don't see the humanity in a 14-year-old Emmett Till being dragged out of his home while he's asleep and murdered by a group of white men. And then those white men went to court, got found not guilty by a jury of their white peers. If you tell me you don't see the humanity.
Not only that, came back to the article, accepted money and said, yeah, we did it. Don't forget that part.
You don't see the tragicness in the Emmett Till situation, but you see the tragicness in the Austin Metcalf situation. That tells me who you are. That already tells me what your motivation is. And the fact that Charleston White is getting in bed with these people, it like hurts me, bro. It hurts me bad, man. But let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this situation, man? All right, is Charleston White going too far? Let me know in the comment section. If you're still watching, like the video, subscribe. Also, too, man, click this video right here somewhere on my screen to find out why exactly Floyd Mayweather is in some real serious trouble. Like, today is quite literally the worst day of his life. You don't want to miss this video. I'm going to see you guys in this video. Click the hype button below to send me a hype if you really want to support. I'm out of here, folks. Peace.
Is he gone too far? Man, that Negro can't come back. No, that nigga can't come back. I'm so sick of that juggler bastard, man. That dude is sorry as hell, man. If you support that dude, please don't follow my channel. I don't care if I ain't got but 2 or 3 daggum followers, 30, 33, 34 followers. I appreciate anybody who clicked the subscribe button beside my name and my picture. I really do appreciate it. But if you fool with Charleston White in any kind of way, undo it. Please undo it. I don't want you around me. I don't want you watching my stuff. We ain't got nothing coming. That dude is a clown, bro. Anyway, y'all watch the video that popped on the screen, man. I'm gonna keep digging to find some more stuff to react to and keep pushing it out to you. See you on the other side. Peace.